You're not just tired, you're at risk. And the reason might be your own bed. Every single night, millions of seniors unknowingly trigger a health time bomb while they sleep. You think you're resting, but what's really happening is far more dangerous. Right now, over 1 in 3 adults over 65 suffer from dangerous sleep patterns that silently raise their risk of heart attack, stroke, dementia, and even death. That's not just discomfort, that's disaster. A 2021 study from Sleep Health revealed that seniors with disrupted sleep had a 43% higher chance of dying in the next 5 years. And most had no idea their habits were even harmful. It gets worse. Some of the most common nighttime routines, napping late, scrolling your phone, or even sipping wine before bed, can wreck your brain chemistry, your heart rhythm, and your memory retention in just weeks. And the scariest part, 99% of seniors still rely on one sleep habit that increases their risk of sudden death by over 400%. That's real. That's proven. And we're exposing it today. We're counting down the 7 deadliest sleep habits, ranked from least to most dangerous, based on real science. Stick around because number 1 isn't just deadly. It's hiding in almost every bedroom every night. The information in this video is backed by real science. We've spent hours digging through peer-reviewed research, and every single reference is linked in the description below. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments, what's one thing you've noticed about your sleep getting worse with age? Trouble falling asleep? Waking too early? Drop it below. Let's kick this off with a shocking stat. And the first habit that might be costing you years of your life starting tonight. Number 7. Sleeping with the TV on. You fall asleep with the TV on. Maybe it's part of your nightly routine, a comfort, a distraction, a voice in the dark to keep the loneliness away. But here's what no one tells you. It's not helping you sleep. It's slowly destroying it. Your eyes may be closed, but your brain is still watching. Even low-level flickering light from a television, especially blue spectrum light, keeps your brain in a mild state of alert. That means you don't enter the deep, restorative phases of sleep your body desperately needs to heal. Deep sleep, also known as slow-wave sleep, is where your brain flushes out toxins, your cells repair themselves, and your immune system recharges. Without it, you're not just tired, you're vulnerable. One major study published in JAMA Internal Medicine tracked the sleep habits of older adults exposed to artificial light at night. The findings were shocking. Those who slept with TVs or lights on had a 33% higher risk of obesity, a 22% increased risk of developing insulin resistance, and a 16% greater chance of developing high blood pressure. Worse, brain scans showed altered sleep architecture, meaning their brains weren't completing full sleep cycles, even though they slept for 7 to 8 hours. Their bodies stayed inflamed, their minds stayed foggy, and their long-term health declined. All from a glowing screen in the background. It's even more dangerous as we age. Seniors already experience lighter sleep and shorter REM cycles, so any interference, like constant noise or flashing light, steals what little deep rest they get. That leads to more falls, slower wound healing, worsened memory, and even faster cognitive decline. The fix? Simple but powerful. Set a sleep timer on your TV if you truly need background noise to fall asleep. Or switch to audiobooks, white noise machines, or even guided meditations, all of which can help you drift off without sabotaging your sleep architecture. Your body heals in silence. Your brain repairs in the dark. Don't rob it. Next up, a habit that seems harmless until your afternoon nap turns into a nightly sleep wrecker. Number 6. Daytime napping that lasts too long. And nap sounds like the perfect remedy, doesn't it? You've had a long morning, your body's aching, and closing your eyes for a bit feels like self-care. And truthfully, it can be, but only when done right. For seniors, napping the wrong way, too long, too late, or too frequently can actually hijack your body's natural sleep rhythm and backfire in serious ways. As we age, the body's circadian rhythm becomes more delicate. That's the internal 24-hour clock that tells you when to feel awake and when to sleep. It's controlled by light exposure, hormones like melatonin, and core body temperature. But here's the thing, long naps in the afternoon send confusing signals. Instead of recharging you, they reset your clock in the wrong direction, making it harder to fall asleep at night, and even harder to stay asleep. The Sleep and Aging Study, which followed more than 3,200 older adults, found a direct link between extended daytime naps and major health consequences. Those who regularly napped for more than 60 minutes had a 32% higher risk of cardiovascular disease. They also reported poorer nighttime sleep, more frequent waking during the night, and higher rates of sleep apnea and metabolic dysfunction. Why? Because oversleeping during the day pushes your body into deeper sleep stages, like slow-wave sleep, that are meant for nighttime recovery. When your brain gets a big chunk of that during the day, it doesn't crave it at night. So you toss, turn, and wake up exhausted. There's also a strong association between long napping and cognitive decline. A 2022 study from Harvard found that frequent, lengthy naps were tied to faster memory loss and early signs of neurodegeneration. The sweet spot? If you're tired, aim for a 15 to 30-minute nap before 3 p.m. That short window gives you a light recharge without robbing your night's sleep. Think of it like sipping coffee instead of chugging the whole pot. And now, let's shift to a nighttime habit that messes with something even more vital: your ability to breathe while you sleep. Number 5. Sleeping flat on your back. It feels like the most natural position in the world. You lie down, stretch out flat on your back, head propped up just enough with a pillow. You may even think it's the best position to ease joint pain or reduce pressure on your body. But for millions of seniors, this seemingly harmless sleep posture is quietly sabotaging every breath they take. And the worst part? Most people have no idea it's happening. When you sleep on your back, gravity works against you. The tongue, jaw, and soft tissue in your throat relax and fall backward, collapsing into your airway. That narrows the space your breath needs to pass through. You might snore, choke a little, or suddenly wake up gasping for air. But many don't wake up at all. They stay in this compromised state all night, their oxygen levels dropping, their heart racing, their brain slowly deprived of what it needs most. According to the National Sleep Foundation, around 17% of adults over 65 suffer from undiagnosed sleep apnea. That number could be far higher because many seniors just chalk up their fatigue, headaches, or forgetfulness to aging. But in reality, their brain is suffocating a little every night. A study published in Chest Journal revealed that adults over 60 with moderate sleep apnea had a 2.5x greater risk of sudden cardiac death. That's not just poor sleep. That's a lethal risk hiding under the blanket of routine. And it's not only your heart. Sleep apnea caused by poor sleeping posture has been linked to high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, stroke, cognitive decline, and even early onset dementia. Why? Because your body never reaches restorative deep sleep. Instead, it spends the night struggling to breathe, bouncing between gasps and arousals that fragment your brain's recovery cycle. The fix is simple, but powerful. Start training yourself to sleep on your side, especially your left side. This position helps keep the airway more open and improves blood flow. Use a body pillow, a wedge pillow, or even sew a tennis ball into the back of your pajamas. Anything to keep you from rolling onto your back. It may sound small, but the impact is massive. Coming up, a sleep habit that feels relaxing in the moment, but silently rewires your brain chemistry for long-term damage. Number 4. Drinking alcohol before bed. It's a common ritual. A glass of wine after dinner. A small whiskey to take the edge off. For many seniors, alcohol before bed feels like a comfort. It seems like it helps you unwind, settle the nerves, and fall asleep faster. And technically, it does. Alcohol is a sedative. But that's where the problem starts. Because what looks like rest on the surface is actually robbing your brain of its most vital repair process, while leaving your body more vulnerable with every passing night. Alcohol doesn't put you into natural sleep. It forces your brain into a knockout state, bypassing the normal progression through sleep cycles. Instead of drifting through light sleep into REM and deep sleep, your brain skips steps. It gets stuck. REM sleep, short for rapid eye movement, is where your brain consolidates memories, regulates emotions, strengthens your immune system, and clears out toxic waste proteins. But alcohol crushes this stage completely. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that consuming just 2 standard alcoholic drinks before bedtime caused a 24% reduction in REM sleep. That's nearly a quarter of your brain's most important healing time gone. Over time, this leads to worsening cognitive function, lower mood stability, weakened immunity, and chronic fatigue. For older adults, this risk is compounded. Alcohol is also a diuretic. That means more trips to the bathroom during the night. Every time you wake up to urinate, your balance is compromised. Your coordination is off. Your vision may not adjust in time. One missed step can result in a fall, and seniors are especially vulnerable. The CDC reports that 1 in 4 Americans over 65 falls each year, and many of those falls happen at night after interrupted sleep. And then comes the rebound effect. Roughly 4 hours after you fall asleep, your liver starts aggressively metabolizing the alcohol. This causes a surge in cortisol, your stress hormone, plus a spike in heart rate and body temperature. That's why so many seniors wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. feeling sweaty, anxious, and alert. Instead of alcohol, reach for tart cherry juice, which contains melatonin, or chamomile tea, which gently relaxes the nervous system. Your brain will thank you. And next, we uncover a screen-based sleep habit that's rewiring your brain chemistry every night. Number 3. Scrolling your phone in bed. You're lying in bed, the lights are low, and your phone is in your hand. Just a few minutes of news, a couple of social media posts, maybe 1 or 2 messages to the family. It feels like a quiet wind-down routine, but your brain? It's under attack. Every swipe, every screen flash, every glowing notification is flooding your eyes with blue light. And blue light is the sleep killer most seniors ignore. This light doesn't just strain your eyes. It suppresses melatonin, the sleep hormone that tells your brain it's time to shut down. Without melatonin, your body doesn't transition into deep, restorative sleep. Instead, you stay in a shallow limbo, tossing and turning, never reaching the stages where your brain heals and your memory strengthens. A groundbreaking study published in Chronobiology International found that adults who used their phones within 1 hour of bedtime had significantly lower melatonin levels and took 70% longer to fall asleep. That's not just a delay, it's a total shift in brain chemistry. They also experienced less REM sleep, which is the phase where the brain consolidates new memories, processes emotions, and clears out neurological waste. Without it, the brain ages faster. Cognitive decline creeps in, focus fades, forgetfulness increases, and seniors are hit the hardest. There's more. Blue light exposure reduces the release of GABA, a calming neurotransmitter that helps the brain slow down. Without it, your brain stays in fight or flight mode. Even after you finally fall asleep, your mind is still on high alert, leading to fragmented sleep, vivid dreams, and morning exhaustion. Over time, this builds into what researchers call chronic sleep debt, a state linked to early Alzheimer's, mood disorders, and reduced lifespan. The fix? Go dark. Shut down all screens 1 hour before bed. No phones, no TVs, no tablets. Instead, opt for low lighting, a paperback book, or soothing audio. Train your brain to wind down naturally, without stimulation, without disruption. We're entering dangerous territory now. These next 2 habits have been directly tied to fatal consequences, and one of them could be sitting on your nightstand right now. Number 2. Inconsistent sleep and wake times. It starts innocently. One night, you stay up a little later watching a movie. The next morning, you sleep in to make up for it. Maybe you wake up early on weekdays and treat yourself to extra rest on weekends. It seems harmless, normal even. But inside your body, chaos is building, especially if you're over 65. Inconsistent sleep and wake times are one of the most destructive sleep habits seniors fall into. And most have no idea it's wrecking their health from the inside out. Your body runs on a powerful internal system called the circadian clock, a natural 24-hour rhythm that controls everything from your core body temperature and hormone production to digestion, blood pressure, and most importantly, your sleep-wake cycle. When you constantly change your sleep schedule, even by just an hour or two, your circadian rhythm becomes confused. The brain doesn't know when to release melatonin, your sleep hormone. Your body doesn't know when to shut down or wake up. That confusion leads to physical stress, hormonal imbalances, and long-term health damage. One landmark study published in Sleep Journal followed over 1,100 older adults and revealed shocking results. Seniors with the most irregular sleep patterns had a 41% higher risk of heart disease, a 58% higher risk of depression, and significantly worse performance on memory and attention tests. That's not mild disruption. That's real damage. And it doesn't take long to happen. Every time your bedtime shifts, your brain experiences a form of social jet lag, where your internal body clock is out of sync with your lifestyle. You may feel groggy in the morning, anxious before sleep, and even moody throughout the day. Over time, that sleep inconsistency chips away at your brain's ability to regulate everything from blood sugar to immune function. The solution is simple, but strict. Set a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, and stick to it. Even on weekends, keep it within a 30-minute window to help your brain lock in a rhythm. Once your circadian clock stabilizes, your melatonin production improves, your mood levels out, and your body finally gets the full repair cycle it's been craving. And now, we've reached the #1 most dangerous sleep habit for seniors. This final one? It's so common, so overlooked, and so destructive. It's become a hidden killer in millions of homes. #1. Relying on sleeping pills. It starts with frustration. Night after night, you're tossing and turning, watching the clock, and praying for sleep. So the doctor gives you a pill. Or maybe it's something you picked up over the counter at the pharmacy. Either way, you take it, and boom, you're out. It feels like relief. But that sleep you're getting? It's an illusion. What those pills are really doing is sedating your brain, not putting you into the deep, healing sleep your body needs to stay healthy. For seniors over 65, this quick fix can turn into a long-term silent killer. Here's the terrifying truth. A massive study published in BMJ Open followed 10,529 patients and uncovered a shocking reality. People who used sleeping pills had a 4-fold increase in the risk of death. 4 times more likely to die, from causes ranging from cancer and infections to car crashes and memory-related diseases. And it wasn't just people taking high doses. Even low-use participants, those who took just 18 pills a year, had a 3.6 times higher risk of death. That's 1 pill every 3 weeks. Still deadly. For older adults, the risks get even worse. Prescription sleep drugs like benzodiazepines, or Z-drugs, zolpidem, ezopicolone, are linked to falls, fractures, and hospitalizations. These medications can cause morning drowsiness, confusion, and impaired coordination, especially when combined with other medications. Just one fall can mean a broken hip, and that can spiral into long hospital stays or even death. Beyond physical danger, these drugs don't let your brain cycle through REM and deep sleep. That means no memory consolidation, no emotional reset, no cellular repair. It's like turning off your computer without saving anything. But you don't have to choose between sleepless nights and dangerous pills. There's a powerful, drug-free alternative called cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI. It focuses on sleep timing, relaxation techniques, and mental patterns. Studies show it's just as effective as sleeping pills, but with none of the side effects. You can also support your sleep naturally with magnesium, melatonin, and calming nighttime routines like dimming the lights, sticking to a schedule, and keeping screens out of the bedroom. Sleeping pills promise rest. But for seniors, they can silently steal your health and your life. What's in your nightstand might be more dangerous than you think. Let's be clear, these sleep habits aren't just bad. They're deadly, and the science proves it. From sleeping pills that raise death risk by 400% to late-night scrolling that crushes memory and focus, every habit we covered today plays a dangerous role in your long-term health. Most seniors don't even realize they're doing it. But night after night, these patterns build damage you can't see until it's too late. The good news? You're not stuck. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to make better choices, starting tonight. That means keeping a consistent bedtime, turning off screens, avoiding alcohol, napping less, fixing your sleep posture. These changes aren't complicated, but they're powerful. And the earlier you take action, the faster your body can heal. Study after study proves that improving sleep doesn't just improve how you feel. It lowers your risk of heart disease, stroke, dementia, and even falls. And for many seniors, this is the easiest way to turn back the clock on aging. Now I want to hear from you. Leave a comment. What's the one sleep habit you'll fix this week? Even if it's small, put it out there. You might inspire someone else. If this video helped you, hit like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more powerful health tips built just for seniors who want to live longer and stronger, without the fluff. Better sleep isn't luck, it's choice. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching.